Amadia truly is the mother of all magic. Amadia truly is the mother of all magic. The patron of all who use source. Sentinels.
Amadia's light stirs within you.
You are not of the Black Ring, and yet you are undead. But I sense good in you.
She gasps and bows her head in deference.
Forgive me, please. I hold this boon. It is
a pair of gloves, beaten and worn, but clearly of the highest value, especially to a wizard.
I came to the council to learn to be divine. I failed. I'm not made to be pursued by evil. And that's what it means to be God-woken. Afterwards, I roamed the island, as did all we fallen knights. But my worst fears came true when the Black Ring came. I fled here. I made sure the temple was defended and went to the altar. I prayed to Amad. She did not answer. I'm not ashamed to say go. There is Amadi's altar is at the highest point. Climb, then you must do it now.
She bows her head. A bird flits in the background as you approach the altar. A sense of warmth and peace fills you. You reach out to Amadia, but all you can hear is the chirp of birds. Getting up, you see the emblem of a moon carved into the altar. A bird flits in the... A sense... You reach out to...
It would pain me to kill you, but if I must do so, I will. I am relieved. I greet you.
She gasps and bows her head.
Forgive me. I came to the council to... But my worst, she did not answer. I'm not Amadi's altar is at the highest point. Climb to the sky, then you must do it now.
She bows her head in deference. A bird flits in the background as a sense of warmth. You reach out to Amadia, but all you can...
Interesting. May still be in working order. Interesting. May still be in working order.
The doors loom above you, one step closer to the council.
The Academy. I did my research here.
Faith, the unfaithful, the betrayer. But any betrayal can be forgiven. It is not too late. Not even for you. You betrayed your king. You turned away from him. You ran to the Seven Lords because you were curious, because you had to know more. Your treachery gave them a weapon. Your knowledge let them turn. Your punishment was fitting to your crime. But your crime, in his mercy and wisdom, the king is willing to overlook your past sins against him. The king accept his covenant, but we will not fight your ask, mortal. The time will come when the thieving coward inside of you must step out. You shall end.
automaton still and silent before you. A compartment in the side of the contraption. The capacitor sparks and fizzles. Then, the pulsating light begins circulating throughout the automaton. It rises. The automaton looms above you. A lone, glowing eye takes you in.
Hello, Godwoken.
The automaton peers in close at your face.
You are a fine specimen. Most fine. Your arrival is long overdue. This is the Academy. It is a place of great learning. I am the Seneschal. I serve both those who teach and those who come to learn. Those like you. Allow me to show you. The Academy exists to help unveil the divine from amongst the Godwoken. You must enter the temple, then prove yourself in the arena of the One.
The Sensual falls silent for a long moment.
It seems I was interfered with. My power supply was removed through force. The puppet inactivity has caused further damage. I cannot access my full faculties. Unfortunate, but I shall help you however possible. Godwoken should usually be able to pass freely. Whoever tampered with me... Apologies, Godwoken. I trust you will be able to overcome any difficulty. It's quite simple.
Good find. Interesting. May still be in working order. A beam? Perhaps we can harness its power somehow. ancient library. I feel right at home. Ow! I think I'm missing something here. Ow! I think I'm missing something here. Ow! I think I'm missing something here.
The ghost's memories slip easily into your mind. His name is Kandor, and he thinks he's ready to ascend. He thinks he can be God-woken, ready to step up should Lucian lose the war. He's wrong. He'll die. He did die before he even made it to the Chancellor to ask for permission to fight in the arena of the One. And what's more, he was murdered. You are Kandor, and you are, you believe, ready to step up. Your tutors disagree, but you want the Chancellor to hear your case. Instead, you find a man you've never met. A great and powerful sorcerer. And as his shadow falls upon you, you realize that this is Lucian the Divine himself. He gives you a smile of the utmost benevolence and grace, and you realize, as Kandor, that you are far from ready. You turn and flee towards the library to warn your tutors, but Lucian is too fast. He cuts you down. You're Kandor the God-woken, dead by the hand of the Divine. A hunger rises deep within you, a desire for his source. This yearning is not yours. The hunger dies. You are Leonard Rawle. You are a God-woken. His mind closes. Kandor still thinks he'll be the next Divine. You are Kandor, and you are, you believe, ready to step up. Your tutors disagree, but you want the Chancellor to hear your case. Instead, you find a man you've never met, a great and powerful sorcerer. And as his shadow falls upon you, you realize that this is Lucian the Divine himself. He gives you a smile of the utmost benevolence and grace, and you turn and flee towards the library to warn your tutors, but Lucian is too fast. He cuts you down. Your candor the god... A hunger rises deep. Too late, he realizes what you're... And with a cry of horror... The spirit of a rather old man dodders around, seemingly oblivious to the condition of the room. He turns...
Ah, a new student. I admire your enthusiasm, but I'm just about to close the gallery for the evening. You'll have to return in the morning.
The ghost frowns with confusion, then wags a reprimanding finger at you.
You're new, so I won't report your insolence. But you had better learn some manners if you hope to make use of the gallery. All the powers that a God-Woken needs are documented in these tomes. The gallery is the most important part of the whole academy as far as I'm concerned. I will not allow it to be disrespected.
Oh, come now. Surely you must have heard of the gallery. Why, it's the repository for the God-Woken tomes.
I will not allow it to be disrespected. I am Master Tremley, curator of the gallery. I'll be here at your service, of course, as you carry out your studies, but there's...
An elegant and intelligent-looking lizard. She gives you a haughty look, then turns away. She freezes she turns and looks you in the eye, in horror and your god shall be barely sated. Her memories flow into you as water to a stream. You are Tarian Grey. You are God. You are in love with Redless, and he is in love with you. You have agreed to leave the Academy together, but now, Redless is missing. Redless went to see the Chancellor, and you have not seen him since. You're on your way to the Chancellor's chambers when a man's voice calls your name. Lucian the Divine cups your chin, and a gentle pain stabs your heart. Lucian smiles at you, and then is gone, and you worry so for Redless. Believing it comes from her own mind, she realizes the truth. She was murdered by Lucian the Divine. Redless too must be dead, or he would have come for her by now. She bows her head and cries. She knows Redless went to see the Chancellor in his chamber.
Now back to the study.
Force won't work.
Godwoken. Are your studies complete? All Godwoken have completed their... I take you now to there you may... or you may... So it begins. The first Godwoken to enter the wellspring becomes divine. May the new divine be worthy. For the rest, may he have mercy. To the wells begin.
So good of you to come, Godwoken. You know, you are many things, but above all, you are reliable. Reliable to the point of being predictable. The Lady Vengeance is, after all, my ship.
It is time, mistress.
She gives you a long and steady look, as if it is the last time you shall see each other for the rest of eternity. Then she dips her chin in acknowledgement. You are almost her equal.
Yes, Reederman. It is time.
She raises the Aetherin.
We are done, mistress.
Yes, Breederman, we are done. And so too, Godwoken, are you. Soon you shall be goodbye.
Might be wise to look for a way out of here.
The ritual has failed. The structure lies in ruins, but you have at least survived. You should feel relief, disappointment. The rage grows, and at once a familiar figure materializes before you. A copy of yourself, enraged. Your own face glowers at you in hateful fury. It opens its mouth, and your furious god begins to speak.
are one. You are nothing.
The Titan lies in pieces before you. The god controlling it is dead by your hand. Lava roils as earthquakes rumble around you. Shockwaves of sound pierce the air, the growl of shifting ground. Suddenly, a voice echoes in your mind. It's Malady. Where the hell are you, she calls. Ah, find my beacon. Her voice crackles and The ritual has failed. Thus, the rain and it and your pure. titan lies in lava. It's her voice.
I guess when I said never again, I really meant once or twice more. Okay. 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 The Hall of Echoes once more. You know what affects me a great deal? Hauling you thither and yon, only to see you still haven't managed to ascend. I want a god in my debt. Is that so much to ask? At least you managed to murder one of the 7. Quite the spectacle. I've never seen anything so... Let's talk about this later. I need to rest. We've still...
She casts her gaze around, taking in the streaming bluish ether. She breathes a deep, ragged breath.
At least, it's quite beautiful here, isn't it? I'm going to take a rest, sort myself out. I suggest you do the same. This may be your last bit of respite before the storm blows in again, Godwoken. Enjoy.
Bifan's spirit stares at you, seemingly through you. There is neither affection nor blame in his expression. He gives no... Bifan's eye. He whispers, then before your eyes, that you could hear. For now, no sound remains.
I thought you'd forgotten about me, darling. How goes your little endeavor?
A million candles. A million all around. And they're just like me, the demon. He keeps our souls. He keeps them all forever. How could you? I'll never be free of him now. Do you understand that? I'll never be free of him now. I guess it was always going to be you, wasn't it? I hope you're happy. What end?
Take whatever time you need to gather yourself, my friend. When you are ready, we can proceed. It shall be done.
Melody's face is drawn. She seems...
What's wrong with you? You seem... happy. It's written all over you. I've had some time to think, and I doubt you've forgotten the death of Meister Siva.
She swallows hard and closes her eyes for...
She and I had a deal, you see. A deal that's now quite obviously defunct. According to its terms, I was to help you ascend to... The details aren't important now, it's just... Never mind. Another entangling alliance. So, are we? Allies, that is. I'm glad to hear. I found out where Dallas is heading. There's a great city not far from Driftwood, Arx by name. It's controlled by Magisters, so you'll have your work. You'll need to find her, and Dallas, or any of the others for that matter, cannot be allowed to use the powers of the gods. She doesn't understand what must be done. She doesn't understand. It's quite simple, really. Chaos is a fact of life, surer than any other. Power is one of the few structures that can cut a line. If wielded well, that line will mean stability, order, a comfort against the unknowable, changing forces of chaos. If wielded poorly, the line will mean dominate. Dallas, and the others like her, Alexander, the Mother Tree, the Prince of Shadows, they are little better than demons, really. They seek power at the expense of others, not to create stability, but to create... Look at my face, Godwoken. What do you see? I suppose we all see what we want to see. When I look in the mirror, I see balance. Balance between... When the time comes for you to ascend, remember my face. Remember that despite any shortcomings you might have, if you can bring a semblance of balance to the world, you'll have done as good as the Seven did. And if you can be... The Seven are gone. Slain by their Godwoken. Slain by you. You have the potential, the obligation even, to do better than they did. To create a better world than the world they... I know what evil is, Godwoken. I've seen what chaos can do. It isn't how I picture Rivellon's future. You are my insurance against that. Now, there's little time to spare. We need to get you to Arx. Find Dad. Shall we go? Very good. How lucky for you I'm on your side. I'm probably the only one masterful enough to transport. Captain Melody stands at the...
After the briefest moment of respite, Melody brought the Godwoken to Arx to recover the divine powers Dallas had snatched away. But the half-demon's secret was taking its toll on her.
Lucius! Fools! The bastard's going to ruin everything! Brace! Brace! Brace!
Don't say anything.
Malady groans, her face twisting in pain. She falls to one knee, catching herself on her hands. She raises one hand.
Now, no need to fuss, I'll be fine. It's just that traveling between the realms isn't easy, you know? It takes something from my soul each time. But never you fear, I've pulled a clever trick out of my sleeve. The Lady At least I got us where we wanted to go. This is Arx. This is where Dallas has fled with the powers of the gods. This is where the Dallas must be stopped. She has stolen the powers of the Seven. You'll need to get the Aetherin back if you're to fight the God King. You'll need it to track her in Arx. Find out where she's gone and end her. You cannot fail, Godwoken. Hurry along now. Take care of yourself, God.